if you want to build a high-valued business system, you have to exit your day-to-day responsibilities. You have to exit being the person that does everything. You have to exit, even in some cases, being the front of the business. Look, the whole point in building a business is so you don't trap yourself in having to do everything. And 25 million of those 32 million businesses have a single operator, the founder, and they're still trapped doing everything themselves. So the first thing you have to do is learn to exit you doing everything yourself. So let's jump into this. What does an exit actually mean? Because when people hear the word exit, they think maybe it's a sale. Well, the fact is, businesses are more valuable when the business owners are not required to be there. So if you want to build a high-valued business system, you have to exit your day-to-day responsibilities. You have to exit being the person that does everything. You have to exit, even in some cases, being the front of the business, because if the business is built around your personality, and let me tell you, I've built 4 businesses, I've exited 3 of them, and none of those businesses had my name on them. And there's a reason for that. See, the first reason is I never believed any of those specific businesses would be so big that I'd want to have my name on them forever. Because I realized that the value in what I was creating couldn't be about me. It needed to be about the impact of what we were building and what it did for others. The more you can understand where value's placed in business, the more you understand how to exit your roles, your responsibilities, your duties, and how to have a capital event eventually for your business. So to just go talk about selling your business would be a huge mistake, because there's actually an algorithm to creating massive value in your business, and you cannot create that algorithm the day you decide to sell. That algorithm has to be created strategically over a period of time so you can maximize your value. So this is the algorithm to create massive value in your life, with your family, creating value for other people, being the example of how to exit a role or exit a responsibility so you can teach your team members as you grow and scale and create a bigger business. You need to teach your team how to exit their roles and responsibilities. In the old days, Grant had Jared and Sherry to rely on. Now, Sherry and Jared have hundreds of employees underneath them, and each of them have been able to demonstrate how they exited their roles and responsibilities and gave that opportunity to somebody else. In all of my businesses, I was able to exit my businesses and move to another business and start something new. But every time I start something, I start it with the exit in mind. Now, if the first thing I'm doing is being the first one to make phone calls, hey, this is Brandon Dawson. I've started a new business. I'd love to figure out how I might be able to add value to your life. Would you be interested in having a conversation with me? I might make the first 100 of those phone calls. Then I got to go sit and have those meetings. Here's how we could work together. Here's what we could do together. Then I go from that to the next relationship. Well, at some point, I got to stop making the phone calls, because if I'm making the phone calls, I can't be available to take the meetings. At some point, when I'm taking the meetings, I've got to exit taking those meetings, because now I'm integrating whatever our commitment, our promise, our product, our service, our deliverable is. I've got to make sure somebody's doing that, and I'm probably the highest valued person with the most awareness to know how to do that. So at some point, I got to exit my job of making the phone calls. I got to exit my job of holding all the meetings. Then I got to exit my role, okay? I need to go pull the rest of the new business forward. So out of 32 million businesses, 25 million haven't even been able to exit their role. They're stuck. So we know that's the first break point with creating massive value in your business. And trust me when I tell you, if you're stuck doing the same thing every single day, like Grant said, over and over and over, you're going to get bored, you're going to get distracted, you're going to get bitter, you're going to get angry, and you're going to become the worst version of yourself in something that you started because you wanted to have an opportunity to create value for you, your family, your friends, the people you serve. It's your responsibility to choose to understand how to exit what you're doing today, enter something that creates new value, exit that, and continue the cycle until you create something big enough that you can eventually sell it, like I did, for a capital exit. I sold my business for 77 times EBITDA, 151 million reported sale. It was actually $188 million, because I was able to show the person that bought me, if they deployed what I built with 200 experts that I brought into my company and trained across all the roles and all the areas of responsibility, if they acquired us, like putting an engine in a car, we could make their car go faster. And so I didn't sell it based on what I did. I sold it based on the contribution we could create for them. But see, I had to know that that was going to be my strategy many years before I put the business up for sale, because I had to position the roles, the responsibilities, the contributions, the assets, the technology in order to do that. So the more clear you are about what your future exit could look like, the better quality of people you accumulate to help you, especially if you align them with the exit, they know they're building into something of massive value. Now, I then sold to $1 billion company, and within 36 months, we grew that company to $4.5 billion. Then I was able to exit my role and my responsibilities of the day-to-day, even though I had a 5-year contract, because we overachieved. I built a team that allowed me to be freed up, that Natalie, my wife, and I were able to partner with Grant Cardone and start a new company 2 years before my original contract was up. Because I understood that the attack speed is removing time, removing impact, and pulling it forward so you can do new things with time and energy and effort to create more money in the future.